All right, so just a little bit about the presenters today. My name is Max. I'm a business engagement manager here at Advaiya Solutions. And also participating with us today is our CTO and president, Dharmesh.
Hey,
And Kirti, who is a senior consultant here at Advaiya. She'll be giving everybody a demo on Business Central today towards the end of the webinar. But before we get into Business Central and its business applications, I just want to quickly go over our agenda for today and give a quick introduction on who we are as a company. So first, we're just going to talk about like common challenges with traditional systems and why you can use Dynamics 365 Business Central as a solution. And of course, we'll go into some detail on some of its features. We'll give you a live demo on Business Central, and then we'll maybe give 5 to 10 minutes at the end of the webinar to answer any questions that you might have. So to quickly go over what we do here as a company, we are a consulting organization that works with our customers and partners to make technology work for them. Our sole goal is to take the pieces of tech that you already have or that you would like to deploy and make them work in a way that has been made specifically for you. So we basically work on tailored solutions using different technologies such as Microsoft Power Platforms, business applications, Power BI, Power Apps, virtual agents, Dynamics, Azure, and down the line. And we bring these technologies together and integrate them in a way that works for you. And we want to make sure that the organizations are utilizing technology implementation and investment in its fullest and getting the most out of the capabilities of these systems. So we focus more on service-based industries or organizations. And by that, I mean like field services, project services, professional services organizations, and for large enterprises where the departments are service units, for example, IT services or customer service departments in any large company. Our sole expertise is around the service industries, and that's what we try to bring our customer base into. And the solutions that we work on are related with customer engagements that involve the overall customer relationship management. And we build solutions that give a better experience to their customers or for the people that are serving their customers. And so we create solutions for work management and enhancing productivity. So in work management, we work with Microsoft project-based solutions or field services management, work order management solutions, dispatch management solutions, inventory, and basically connecting everything together with an ERP to ensure there's a flow of entities from the very beginning to the very end. And throughout the whole cycle, there's a lot of data that gets used. And so for business insight solutions, we have teams who are experts in creating the overall data infrastructure, coming up with Power BI-based representations and semantic data modeling. In terms of expertise, we bring our Microsoft Gold partnership expertise around Microsoft data analytics, cloud management, and many more. And the logos you see at the bottom are some of the customers that we work with. We do work on multiple technologies. And our goal is basically to be a business that is as supportive as possible and give that tailored and defined solutions for those businesses. Our experience has allowed us to gain many insights into what our customers need. We have more than 17 plus years in the business and have operations worldwide. We are headquartered in Bellevue, Washington in the United States and in Udaipur in India. All right, so with that said, let me just go over some of the challenges businesses are facing with the traditional system. So with the pandemic, many companies were faced with productivity challenges. Employees are increasingly working from home, and because they work remotely, they don't have direct access into the company's different systems. For example, like financial systems, CRM, or other systems for that matter. And they're basically forced to work using a remote desktop, which is the most common approach, or a VPN, or in the worst case scenario, they contact somebody else in the organization just to have a document sent to them. Now think how inefficient that is, right? It increases unproductive work from everybody from the frontline workers, your managers, and also to the IT department who has to monitor all these connections. And what makes it worse is that when these companies are collecting data from multiple applications just to get a clear picture of the business. And look, technology is not supposed to make things difficult. And I've actually spoken with some people who've had all sorts of applications and different systems that they accrued over time, hoping that it would streamline their business. But as a result, it was needlessly complex and too much of a headache. So they resorted back to sending emails with Excel sheets attached, or reorganizing data and sharing that information through emails, or using spreadsheets or other documents to track and manage the task and activities. And so, I mean, quite frankly, it's a big waste of time. And when the employees can be spending most of their time doing important work. So a common challenge with traditional systems is that you have isolated or disconnected systems. So if you're a business owner, your workday often begins at home, going through emails early in the morning, and having grown that business from the ground up, you know your customers and vendors. And so you're still involved with the day-to-day operations. But the bigger the company gets, the more complex your business process becomes. And each email adds something to your to-do list, which typically requires transitioning to a different application. So for example, you use accounting software to prepare an invoice, a CRM system to manage your contacts and sales pipeline, and perhaps yet another manufacturing solution to track production or inventory. So switching back and forth between fragmented standalone solutions can take time and often requires duplicate data entry. So this diminished productivity basically stifles your ability to scale and cuts into the time you could spend developing new business. And as a result, your process becomes complex, slow, expensive to deploy and integrate. And not to mention, every system needs to be maintained and updated individually, which can create a lot of problems when the system stops communicating with each other because of a bad update. So organizations typically have hundreds of data associated with different business processes, and managing and handling that data becomes a challenge as business scales and the data grows. So let me ask you this. How are you tracking everything you see on the screen? And do these systems communicate with each other? So what you see here kind of represents the different applications and process associated with different workloads. And as you can see, it's disorganized and quite frankly, it's difficult to scale. So to kind of solve this problem, business will typically consolidate their systems by using fewer applications to manage all of these. But wouldn't it be nice if a single comprehensive ERP system seamlessly connected everything together? So an integrated ERP system allows every aspect of the business to be controlled from a single application, so data flows seamlessly throughout the company. And in the end, integrating everything together increases efficiency and ultimately enables informed decision making. And for that to be possible, all your data basically needs to be in the cloud, right? Because not only does this provide flexibility, it also avoids infrastructure and admin overhead, which can save you a lot of money. And finally, since it's deployed as software as a service, your ERP is constantly being maintained and updated with new features as they're released. And there are a lot of benefits of being on the cloud, as you can see here. And of course, having your company's data at your fingertips from anywhere you have an internet connection is a huge plus. You can also eliminate double entry for certain tasks and processes with automation. And it just makes collaborating with anybody in your company much easier. So with that said, you should be all getting a poll on your screen. If you could just fill in the boxes that are relevant to your business to really help us understand where you're at. And now I kind of went through a high-level overview of a single ERP solutions, but now I would like to pass it on to Dharmesh, who will give a more detail on the solutions, so you can overcome some of these challenges that I mentioned earlier, and basically make it possible for your company to scale up.
Thank you, Max. Thanks for giving this kind of creating the scenario where we are talking about multiple applications doing multiple kind of things, and a challenge that has been created because of different data silos and reconnecting or copying, pasting, and things like that. Well, Microsoft has a solution for you. Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central is that business management solution which can bring in all of these processes together, all of these entities together, all of the data together like never before. Not only managing financials, but also think about doing project management, job management, supply chain management, different kind of operations management kind of thing, and also like looking at different kind of reports and details that you might be looking for within your operations and within your organization. Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central gives you that platform which can bring all of these capabilities into one system, one integrated system, and one entity system, which kind of gives you a smooth data flow and smooth operations. Uh, this feels like a big, large enterprise solution which has so many capabilities, but this particular Dynamics Business Central has been designed specifically for small and medium-sized organization because it brings that kind of flexibility and that kind of extensibility to the organization so that they can customize it and make it for themselves. Let's look at some important distinctive capabilities and features that makes Business Central much more attractive. So as we were talking about earlier, like organizations are shifting away from traditional monolithic ERP systems and different kind of systems for different kind of things. It is becoming much and much difficult in the traditional environment, in the on-premises environment, in the data center based environment to get things upgraded and to maintain. Now, Microsoft Dynamics Business Central is actually a cloud-based solution, and it's a Microsoft small and medium business solution that unifies financials, business operations across finance, manufacturing, inventory, sales, and other operational activities that are going on with an intelligent and intuitive user interface. Uh, and we'll talk about this in next few slides, but let me talk about like few key features that we have over here. First of all, it's a single unified intelligent data system. Now we don't have to shift things from one system to another or move the data or copy paste the information from customer information from one CRM to a billing system to a customer service system kind of thing. It's all one unified system. It actually helps fast track and kind of quickly adopt these things, adopt this solution and realize the value of this faster. It has the full life cycle of your operations from lead all the way to the cash to the customer service, all built into one system. It's built on Microsoft Cloud. It has got unmatchable security, and Microsoft takes care of a lot of compliance related issues, and it ensures that your data and your system is going to be 99.9% available and secure. It also offers, in some scenarios, doing some sort of hybrid deployment. Uh, Along with that, it's a highly extensible systems, which gives a lot of partners and companies like us to come up with solutions built for specific industry. We were talking about a specific industry earlier. The same solution, the Business Center, can be transformed into those kind of industry specific scenario because it gives you that rich ecosystem of partners and applications. It is leader in ERP technology. I mean, it has been recognized as a leader for small and medium business ERP solutions. So the Business Central is kind of a fairly known entity in this one. Let's get into specifics here. Why, like, get into like specific features of Business Central and how it can help you help your organizations. For growing businesses that have outgrown the traditional ERP systems or traditional accounting systems, Business Central gives you this one all-in-one business management solution. Important thing, it is kind of integrated with Office 365. So it's not only giving you the whole the operation side of the things, but it also kind of integrates with your productivity applications, your Outlook or your things like that. So it can give you that kind of connected feeling about like, hey, you are in the same kind of system. Along with that, it returns you with kind of analytics and intelligence and the details about your business that can help you make smarter decisions. Uh, you don't have to worry about uh, getting to the nirvana state day one. Business Central actually allows you to start and grow easily and kind of adopt different kind of capabilities and platform features as you go on. Let's get into these details a little bit more. Uh, at a high level, some of the things that we typically worry about in an accounting system or in the purchase order system or things like that is the classic workflow. So we need to make sure that the system provides and Microsoft Business Central does provide you the core approval workflows for processing documents, sales documents, payment journals, customer cards, different kind of job cards or things like that. Now, for example, when a record such as like purchase document or a customer card needs to be approved by someone in an organization, you just simply send an approval request as a part of workflow. It appears on Microsoft Teams and Microsoft Outlook, so people don't have to like deviate from somewhere one application to another application. And once those get approved quickly, automatically Business Center will take care of doing the follow-up actions around that. Not only that, all of these transactions are also going through cash flow systems and all sorts of like automated credit authorizations and things like that, which can ensure that we have a proper AR and PR system. Um, let's get into detail about how you and your team can access these solutions as we go forward. Um, one of the important feature or kind of the thing that makes Business Central pretty unique is that it has got multiple interfaces for multiple systems. And there are no compromises with any of those systems. So the capabilities that you are getting on desktop is available on mobile platform, is available on web platform, and things like that. Now, often what happens in lot of ERP systems or things, there do exist mobile applications, but Business Central 365 or Dynamics 365 Business Central mobile application gives you a complete functionality on your mobile or handheld devices. Uh, one more point. I mean, let's think about it like how where do we spend most of our day on? If you're like us, most of us like spend time on Outlook. And Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central gives a very interesting interface along with Outlook. So with Microsoft Outlook add-on that comes as standard with Microsoft Business Central, you are able to create leads directly from there. You are able to look at all the details about your customer and records right over there. You can also do cash flow and manage certain accounting details right over within Outlook. The Outlook integration gives Business Central users live access to the live data within your app, your own application. And not only Outlook, think about Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, wherever you want to use your financial data and financial analysis things done. Microsoft internally gives you these kinds of capabilities to integrate with the data which exists within Business Central and kind of utilize it in order to speed up your productivity and all. Let's get into how businesses can make smarter decisions with Business Central. I mean, as we are talking about, like it has got a common data point. I mean, it's a common entity system. It can give you data for the customer's CRM kind of details, along with the purchase orders, along with the different kind of job and project management kind of capabilities, inventory capabilities, and also the whole cash flow and accounting things. So since the data is available within one system, it kind of gives you a deeper insight into how my organization is doing at your fingertips. How this information can transform the operations? Basically, you can think about, like, when I have the right information about what kind of jobs are coming in, what kind of sales are going on, then the inventory optimizations can happen automatically. You can basically have a predictive scenarios based on different kind of purchase orders and sales orders and things like that, and you can efficiently identify when do I need to order new inventory, or how much extra inventory I have, and make smarter decisions around that, because it's all integrated one system. This is also going to be useful for us to run the projects and jobs on time, because we will know within our job and project management when our inventory is going to be available, when can we get into the actual engagement with the customer, or when can we deliver the customer. And when we know that, then we also know when can we invoice our customer, and when we know that, we can invoice it timely. So it's kind of one integrated system which gives me the full information, right from like how much inventory I need, how my jobs are doing, how my cash flow and budgets and things like that are doing. All of those things are coming to me with the real time access into the system. How do we start on these kinds of transformations? Basically, we are not saying that you start like you go to the extreme level day one. You can start from one small workload and get into those. You can then get into detailed out full experience around your customer information all the way till the invoice and all as you go forward. Now, the extensibility capabilities of Business Central actually provides you a way of creating custom applications built on Business Central to like specifically make it for your own organization. And you can grow into those. You can create your custom workflows. You can create your custom interfaces that actually works for your organization. And in the next few slides, we will be talking about like how we did it for a few of our customers, and how these custom applications, custom interfaces can be built in order to make the solution work for your own organization. Work with companies like us, Advaiya, or any other Business Central partner who can actually help you in transforming your businesses all the way to a kind of a fully automated system-oriented business for that purpose. Now, Business Central capabilities are not limited to what you see on the standard Business Central. They are always expanding. It's a cloud-based platform, so it kind of gives you a lot more capabilities. But not only from Microsoft, but also you have access to different set of applications, different kind of capabilities that are provided by partners like us on the Microsoft App Store place. Now, these apps actually help you make solution work for your industry, give you extra capabilities of integrating it with systems like WhatsApp or other messaging system, SMS, things like that. It also gives you capabilities to export your data into other kind of reporting systems, or it also gives me access into, like, if you are using industry specific line of business application, which has to be like, say, for example, you're in mining industries, there are certain mining based application that you need to use. It kind of gives you capability to integrate with those using these kinds of connectors and third-party applications. And things are not limited to that. The whole platform supports Microsoft Power Apps, and with Microsoft Power Apps, you can create whatever interface you would like to create, whatever scenarios you might have. It can give you this whole rich experience and kind of give you a platform where you can meet all of your use cases and scenario. With that, we have talked enough about Business Central and this whole marketing kind of languages. Let's get our hands dirty. Let's get into the real interface, and let's see some things in action. So for that, I'm going to request Kirti to share her screen and walk us through some of the interfaces that Microsoft Business Central provides. Over to you, Kirti.
Thank you, Dharmesh. Thanks, Max, for all these brief introductions and details about the platform. I'm sharing my screen for a quick demo of the solution, how it looks like. Yeah. So once we log in into Dynamics 365 Business Central, this is how is the landing screen, home screen looks like for the user who is logging into the system. As it allows the role-based access, each individual who would be logging into the system has its own department or the different role defined already. And based on the role of the person who is logging into the system, these insights differs. So if you are in financial, you belongs to a financial team, then your insights will be different, useful insights required for your day-to-day operations. If it's something, someone belongs to the procurement team, their insights will be different, sales team, their insights will be different. So it's completely, customized and role-based access that the system offers to each individual who is using the system. Now this home screen is also completely customizable and tailored to what the information user wants to look at once they log in into the system, important insights for their day-to-day operations. So all these can be, maybe we can add more useful insights here, or if something looks cluttered, we can remove them. So you could see like most of the information related to my ongoing purchases, sales, payments. I could see everything here as a business manager. Now it's totally dependent on the role. Now the other thing, so we can have different profiles created, like different roles in the organization. So maybe a business manager can have access to multiple departments. Manufacturing manager can have access to their own business, or project manager can have different requirements. So all of these roles can be defined. So these are some of the roles defined in my organization. Then more can be defined as per the need of the organization. So that's how like a role-based access can be set up here. When we say it's an end-to-end business management solution for growing businesses, how vast it is and what all modules it covers can be seen here. So if you see everything starting from a finance management within an ERP solution to project management, purchasing and procurement, service management, manufacturing, sales and marketing management, warehouses, everything can be managed right using this system. Within each module, you can see we have a lot many features and functionalities available that can be explored in detail. But then that's how is like it offers. So sales and marketing, all of these, like starting from your quote to cash, see, creation of a quote to order to invoice and collections, everything can be handled right within this system. When we explore a finance management, it includes everything from your general ledger, chart of accounts to payables and receivables, accountings, budget setup, and everything can be managed here. Accounting periods, all of these can be rightly managed right from here. And same goes for all other modules. So they are very vast. Now, if we talk about the usability and ease of use in the system, it is very easy. It provides an intelligent global search where we can just start typing in, and it gives you a relevant result. So it understands that what you might be looking for. I have just typed in few things, and then it gives me intelligent results that, okay, I might be looking for purchase orders or purchase related stuff. And I can, if I need something to be used frequently for my purpose, I can just bookmark it and it will be available here. So that I do not need to search every time I use the system. So that's how it's easy and simple to use. Then the important thing is that it allows as we have discussed, like it allows a easy and seamless integration with other business applications and things like Excel, Outlook, and things like that. So let's say if we need to do any bulk mass update or add more data into the system, we can quickly use the Excel add-on because it seamlessly integrates with Microsoft Excel and other Office applications. And for all of us, Microsoft Excel is our handy tool which we use in our daily operations very frequently, and we are quite comfortable with that. So it's just we need to edit in Excel. I already have that open. So let's say I have a list of vendors added here. What I can do, I can just add a vendor like demo vendor 2, and I just need to publish it. And it's there. So if I'll go here and if I'll refresh this page, so you see the details are here. So if there are multiple vendors to be added, multiple customers to be added, I can do it like this instead of creating an individual customer or vendor here. So that's how easy it is to work with Excel and quickly push the data right in the system in real time. When we talk about Outlook, so if I see, so Outlook is something from where we start our day. Most of us use Outlook very first in the beginning of our day. So, and definitely our inbox is full of emails, maybe from our customers, vendors, new leads, opportunities. It could be anything. So, Business Central offers an Outlook add-on where we can right from the email that we have received from a in person, we can make a necessary actions right inside the email. So let's say I have received this email as an request for quotation from one of the let's say from one of the user or a person. I just have this Business Central add-on. What I can do, I can say contact insights. So it opens the Business Central pane in the right side and it gives all the insights required. So, okay, this is for this customer who belongs to Advaiya, and the details, all these history, the statistics, the sales, purchase, payments history, all things can be seen here. If it is something that I need to create a contact out of it, I need to send an email to the person, I need to create a quotation, I can click here, and that's where it allows. Even I can create new sales quote, invoice, order, credit memos right from the Outlook. I do not need to switch between the applications to make any necessary action. So I can still continue looking at my emails and make the necessary actions and create the records in the Business Central from my Outlook. Again, it also offers integration with Teams. So if you're working with multiple colleagues on any purchase orders or quotations with your colleagues, you can rightly share the details of the particular record or particular purchase order or quote to them within the Teams, and you can collaborate there on Teams as well instead of again navigating back to the system. So let's say if I share this, it will ask me, okay, to whom I need to share, on which channel I need to post. So I can post, maybe if I have a particular channel created for our coordination, I can just, so the person who is having access to the particular record based on their privileges would be able to access, and it will be posted to them. They will be notified properly that, okay, the person has shared particular things with you. You can add your notes and details if required so that they are aware of what are your expectations from the person on this particular record. So these were some of the good features. Other important thing which Dharmesh talked about, like customizations and quick design elements at our end itself. Instead of having dependency on the IT team or administrators, you can make some UI level customization on your own. So you can personalize it. So I have this personalized feature available. So I can just go to personalize and I see, okay, this is the list of my purchase orders in the system. You could see these are the details available at this moment from my admin. But I want like posting date, when the particular purchase order was posted, when it is due. So I have added these details on my own. Now if I want to add other details, so you could see these are the other details available. So okay, if there is any department code, I can just quickly drag and drop this particular thing here, and it will be available. If there is any country code, region code, I can add those details. So it is very easy for you to add these information in the view on your own instead of having dependency on anybody else. And you can just mark it done and it is good to go. Now it is not something that you need to do every time you log in. Once you have made it, it will be with you unless you clear the personalizations. And every time you will log in into the system and refer to this list, you will get this information added here. and it is solely for you only, so that it does not impact any other users in the organization, because you have made personalization changes at your user level. So that's how you can add or remove the details not important for you, or you can add the important parameters required for your analysis and decision making. Also about integration and intelligent insights, Business Central offers very seamless integration with Power BI. So these Power BI reports can be embedded right inside the Dynamics 365. So if there are any important reports or insights based on your role, you can have those reports accessible right inside the Dynamics Business Central interface. You again do not need to navigate to Power BI interface. And some of the Power BI reports are available pre-built within the system, and few advanced reports can be developed and again embedded right inside the system, so those can be accessible here as well. So you could see like the we can have this many top 5 sold items by quantity, which are my top sold items in the organization, and these are very simple reports which are coming built in, but an advanced level reports can be created as well. So you get more deeper insights and have a very good decision making. So you see like invoicing by month and category can be seen here, and I can expand this chart and do all sorts of analysis. So these are something like very pre-built in reports that Dynamics offers, and more can be created. And all the, as I said, like they can be embedded right inside the system. Apart from that, also Dynamics offers a lot of somewhere around 500 plus reports across the categories. So if I see the report layouts, there you could see we have these many reports already available. So your balance sheets, trial balance reports, all these financial summaries, and everything can be exported right from the system when the data is properly available in the system. The reports can be exported right from the system very easily. So as I said, there are somewhere around 500 plus reports already pre-built in available in the system, and more can be configured as per our custom needs. So it's as Dharmesh said, it is completely scalable and extensible. When it comes to individual feature and the module category, finance management, if we specifically talk about, it has all of these chart of accounts, general journals, GL budgets, and all of these things which are required for an business to run on the financial aspects. If we talk about GL budgets, so we can define the budgets for each category or department in the organization and for each individual subcategory. So here is an example of like for FY22 budget. So if you open this budget, you could see, okay, month-wise, this budgeted amounts are available for each of the GL codes, and you could see different categories listed here. I can expand this. So you could see these are the different categories. Again, each category, each GL code, like we have budgets defined. So based on that, we can have different categories and approval workflows available. Some restrictions and validations can be defined based on the threshold defined for the budgets for the month for that particular category. So if things goes beyond that, it must go for an approval, or it should restrict the system to pose the other transactions and things like that. So all of that can be managed very well here. When it comes to other things, like if I talk about inventory management, it also offers very great feature for that. So within inventory, we have items available in the system. So I can see all of my items available for each individual item. I can have basic item characteristics like what is the details of the item, what is the unit of measure, what is my sell to unit, what is my purchase unit. All of that can be very well managed here. Then there is a section for replenishment for each individual item where we can define, okay, from which vendor it is mostly purchased and what quantities it is purchased or what units it has been purchased. A proper planning can be done for replenishment and reordering. So a threshold can be defined, okay, quantity goes below this. A purchase order should be created automatically, and all of those definitions can be defined here. So a lot of manual works gets reduced and system works on its own. Even for each individual item, we can have item variants defined, item identifiers defined. Maybe from different vendors we used to procure the item, so then we can define it by vendors. So like who all vendors from whom we procure these items, so we can have their variant code, vendor number, from which vendor, what is the item number of from that particular vendor, what are the prices and discounts that they offer for the particular item. So all of these can be defined for in each individual item to manage the inventory properly. And while we use these products on the orders and things, the inventory transactions and inventory journals sticks properly, like adjustments of the inventory movement across warehouses, and all of things are very well managed. Other important aspect for most of the businesses are like project management. So when it comes to project management, we can manage the projects as in jobs in Dynamics 365, where if we see any of the sample project created here, you could see, okay, we can define the project, we can define the basic characteristics of the project, and then the complete project plan in such a way that, okay, what are the phases in the project? We can track the project progress, work in progress details. We can see the performance of the project over a period of time. We can define subtasks within a project deliverable, or things like what are sub activities would be there within each activity. Also we have this feature of planning lines where we can define, okay, whether what materials or labors or resources will be used, whether those resources are budgeted resources or billable resources. So all of the deeper details can be captured for a project and individual activity in the project. Right from here, we can create a sales invoice for this particular line whenever the particular activity gets completed. Against that particular activity, if you have a milestone defined, you can create a job. So that's where you can create and then those invoices can be accessed right from here. Okay, for this particular task, what all uh, invoices have been created and things like that. So all of these project management features are also available. So you can see when the particular task needs to be started, when the particular task needs to be ended, what is the particular budgeted amount for this particular task, what is the billable price, total price, how much has been invoiced already, what is yet to be received. So all of that can be managed here. And then we can have this other analysis of, okay, what is the total duration of the project, what are the customers to whom we need to bill, what is the customer where we need to ship the particular thing. So all of these detailed project management features also it offers. It also offers a very well integration with Shopify, where you can start selling your things and services or products on Shopify, and very well integrated your customers orders. So the customers added in new customers added in Shopify can be synchronized here in Business Central. Any new orders received from Shopify can be entered here. Anything gets delivered can be shown there. So it it is a two-way communication between Shopify and Business Central, which is like a very well-added feature for most of the businesses these days. So that's also one of the great features that Microsoft offers by default. Again, you see all of these trial balances and all these summary reports comes here. Even these things are configurable when you say, okay, whether this total revenue should be bolded out or it should be in italic or it should be changed in color. So all of these settings can be done right from the interface instead of having these things dependent on somebody from the admin department or persons and lingering the things. So all of these also are in control of the end user itself. Even for the project management, the timesheets and things can be managed where we can track the efforts put by individual resource for that particular activity. So then they can go with the approval cycle. It will go to the approval based on the hierarchy and authorization metrics defined in the system. Even for in many cases, we have the authorization level defined in the organization that, okay, if purchase order goes beyond this particular value, it should go for approval or it should have a 3 level of approvals and things like that. So we have a very well managed workflow templates available in the system by default, and more workflows can be designed as required. So it could be like, okay, if there is any journal page, it must go for an approval. If there is any document, it should go for approval. Any new vendor is getting created in the system, it should first be approved by someone higher in the authority in the organization. You could see a lot of these templates are already available, which can easily be used and configured based on the scenario. Then within each workflow, we can have multi-level approvals, and then the documents gets released once at all levels it gets approved. So it allows these kind of validations and controls. So it's very well controlled, well managed, easy to use system. Doesn't require much of the technical know-how or much of the training efforts. It's very quick to adopt and easy. And the same we have done for many customers, which like we would be discussing in next few minutes, like how we have transformed the journey for many customers from a manual Excel-based system to the Business Central, improving their efficiency and productivity.
Thank you, Kirti. This is a great presentation, great like understanding of all the capabilities. And as Kirti was pointing out, a lot of things. In order for someone to like go through all the capabilities of Business Central, it will probably take more than a day or so. But you are welcome to connect with us, and we can go into the details of specific capabilities and all. And you can see like how this whole system has been designed for kind of a modern layout. Like you can, as Kirti was talking about, like fully customizable interfaces, personalized interfaces, AI-based certain kind of alerts and workflows can be triggered. It is highly like kind of data oriented, so you can see the right information at the right place, even with the integration with Outlook and different kind of systems that you can enable within the organization and kind of leverage the capabilities of Business Central in general. Now, Business Central is not just the core ERP. You saw the way how you can create different kind of inventory details. You can also do project management. You can also do CRM and details like that. So it's kind of one universal solution coming in together. And it is unified with other productivity systems as well. So when you're logging into Business Central, you're not logging into any separate system or anything like that. If you're already logged in into Office 365 system, you are using the same credentials and authorizations and details from Office 365 all the way into Dynamics 365 and Business Central kind of capabilities. So it's fully integrated, unified interface that comes in. And uh, as we were looking at, like you can create your own workflows, you can create your own interfaces and things like that. So it's highly adaptable. It's highly customizable. You can add different kind of applications. You can make it like just we saw the Shopify integration. Now Shopify is just one example of integration that you can do with Business Central. You can do similar integrations with the other e-commerce platform or other analytical platforms or other communication platforms. You can integrate with any kind of system that you would like to. And a lot of these integrations are available as third-party applications or you can develop and design your own depending on your own scenarios, and partners like us can actually help you make those kinds of transitions. Now we have been talking about this Microsoft Dynamics 365. We have used this term quite a bit. Let me show you the big picture of how this whole Dynamics 365 ecosystem works. What we saw is the lower right portion of this ecosystem, which is Business Center. Now this is one enterprise level ERP system which has been created specifically for small and medium enterprises kind of thing. So this kind of gives us throughout the capabilities of all other systems that we are looking at in a kind of a one integrated platform. Now there are scenarios where we have seen that, okay, you know what, organizations may need a much more sophisticated dedicated CRM system. So you can Microsoft Dynamics 365 actually originally provides all of these separate systems as well. Now if you are using a field services organization which requires a lot of complex work order management and things like that, you can use the field services applications. Behind the scenes, these systems are very well integrated. You and Microsoft is evolving, and with every release, all of these systems get much more tightly integrated. So if there's a work order that is being processed within field services, the updates are getting back into Business Central to ensure that the jobs and all the details that you're seeing on the Business Central are updated. If a customer record is getting created in CRM as a separate Dynamics 365 CRM application, then those customer records are already available for you to be used in Business Central. So they are integrated, they are standalone as well as integrated kind of system that Microsoft Dynamics 365 gives you. Now, all of these things uh, are joined together with Office 365 paradigm to come up with this whole Microsoft 365 suite of applications. So it uses the same authentication framework, same look and feel, same kind of platform capabilities, and gives you that kind of unified interface. Now, before we close out, I just want to take a couple of minutes quickly to talk about some of our experiences. Now, first one that you're seeing over here is an asphalting company based out of Pacific Northwest. They are kind of one of the larger asphalt management companies. And now this particular company uses a lot of field resources, field services. So for this organization, we were able to create a field services solution integrated with Business Central solution. Now these, so there is a kind of an inherent, the moment a field resource basically uh, kind of updates a record of work order, that work order is done, the Business Central team gets notified and automatic invoice creation happens and all of those workflows are there. For any change order or for any change request that comes in, we have an appropriate workflow that kind of goes from Business Central to field services to back to Business Central to kind of gives you that intelligent way of working. Now this is they use Business Central not only for one of their organization, they actually have a lot of sister companies that they have created, and all of those companies work kind of semi-independently, but there is a consolidation of records that is happening at a higher level in Business Central, which gives the board level information to look at different kind of companies and things that they have. Let's take to the next one, which is a kind of a very strange, very interesting scenarios that we kind of were able to create. And this is for an LED retrofit company, kind of a energy company, energy saving company over here. And for them, they have to use a very specific modeling solution, which can give like, oh, you know what, for a particular building, these kinds of lighting is required, this kind of lumens is required, and based on those, it kind of gives us some sort of suggestive list of inventory that they need to work for. Now that is a very proprietary system specifically built for retrofit industry kind of thing. So we were able to use that system and integrate it well within Business Central in order to produce different kind of codes, different kind of purchase orders, manage the inventory, do the financial details about it, and integrate it with other systems in order to give them that uniform kind of feeling from right over from kind of customer analysis done on a third-party system and bring that information back into Business Central integrated seamlessly in order to provide the full-blown business experience. And we are not only like working in the United States, we have a global presence and we kind of work with different companies across different kind of geographies as well. So we have presence in Middle East and in India. So for this example, this one is a real estate company, a real estate development company based out of India. And for them, there was a big requirement around integrating with different kind of communication platform that happens to be most commonly used within India. So we basically had a full-blown integration with the different kind of dialers, SMS systems, WhatsApp systems, different kind of consumer-facing applications that we were able to create using the core platform of Business Central and adding Microsoft Power Apps based solution on it. So these are the examples that you can see like how Microsoft Business Central can be effective with different kind of organizations all the way to different kind of customizations. Over to you, Max. Let's conclude this presentation. We are almost at the time.
Yeah, okay. So you're probably thinking, hey, this is a little bit too much, and I don't know how to get started. Well, I just want to let you know that digital transformation doesn't happen overnight. And as Dharmesh said, you need to start small and go from there. And building a roadmap is the first critical step of the process. And for everybody here today, we do offer a complimentary 1-hour consultation call, just to kind of help you find the solutions and identify some of the challenges that you are facing. We're a firm believer that once you start rolling into some of the benefits these tailored solutions provide, that you'll start to have more ideas on how to optimize your day-to-day operations. And we'll be here to support you. So like I said, free consultation, 1 hour. I'll be reaching out to you in the next few days. Just a quick slide here, some of our clientele, and we're just going to leave the last slide here for anybody who has questions. So if you have a question, please feel free to post it on chat or unmute yourself and ask away. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, everyone. If you have further questions, please feel free to reach out to any of us. Max will anyways reach out to you in the near future to perform follow-up and basically see how we can help you.
Yeah, thanks everyone for coming today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.